Hello and welcome to another episode of This is Australia and Beyond. I'm your host Nick, and you may remember me from the previous episode of when we were excavating my backyard. Today we're here in Marrickville at Daniers Timber to have a look at what material I can use for my internal and external renovation. I've come to this amazing warehouse and I've been blown away by the amount of timber, new and used, that they have to offer. If you need any help or advice at your place, give us a quick email on the email provided on your screen and we'll be more than happy to help you out or possibly do the job for you. Now back at Daniers Timbers, I've had a look around and I'm absolutely amazed by the amount of timber that they actually do have. Whilst walking around, I came across an artisan named Darren who can recreate almost anything you ask him. With their machinery here, they can make tabletops, architraves, skirting boards, anything to any design you can imagine.
My name's Darren. I'm the head machinist here at Daniers Timber. Mainly what we do here is copy or get as close as we can to mouldings that customers bring into us. For example, architraves, skirting boards, bits of flooring, handrails, you name it, where timber mouldings mainly for houses are needed, we can copy it here. Yeah. For example, a customer will come in with a sample like this of a colonial skirting board. So we'll have a look at the colours we've got and get the closest one possible, which would be something similar like that. This spins it in the machine, say on a head, and spins around and then cuts this shape out. As the timber's going through the machine, this will cut the shape out. Again, the same with this one. As it's going through the machine, this groove cutter will cut out that groove. Mainly what we do, if someone wants lining board, we have V-jointed lining board heads where we can make lining boards to any size. Flooring, T&G flooring. Again, any size, any thickness that people want. Skirting boards, architraves, you name it, picture rails. We can just about copy anything. What we use is a 6-headed moulding machine, where 6 heads means it's got 6 cylinder heads that spin around and plane the timber. 2 on the bottom, 2 on the sides, 2 on the top. The machines are very expensive, but it does the job in a quarter of the time as what it used to. Back in the old days, you had to use wooden planes with different shapes and keep planing the timber to get the shape. These days, we just put a cylinder head on the machine, feed the timber through, and the head will cut the shape to the size and shape we want. I've been in the actual trade of wood machining for nearly 30 years now. I did my trade at Tech, as you do, for 4 years. And now it's every job you do has to be to the millimetre, so you've got to be pretty perfect at getting that shape spot on. So especially with flooring and stuff, the tongue and groove have to go together properly, otherwise the builder's going to have trouble trying to put the flooring in. Same with anything really, lining boards, everything has to line up, otherwise nothing's going to go together. It's a dangerous trade, as luckily I've still got all my fingers, but accidents can happen. You have a lot of sharp machinery, sharp saws, anything can happen, but you just got to be safe and do the job, and just be careful. It is a good, rewarding job. At the end of the day, when you watch doing all these mouldings and you see how they come out nice, and then they go into people's houses, it is pretty rewarding. Especially when a customer says to you, oh, you've done a really nice job, it looks great. So as for any mouldings you need done, Daniers Timber is the place to come. Any old mouldings you need copied, I can do it. Anything you see maybe in a magazine or you show me a photo, I should be able to copy it or get it pretty close anyway. Or even if you like to design your own mouldings, just bring me a drawing and I'll see what I can do to copy that as well. If you don't mind paying the cost to get tooling made up, I can make the tooling and do just about whatever you want in any timber, doesn't matter. I usually do most timbers, as long as it's not custom wood. but anything to keep the customer happy.
After having a look at what Darren can do with his hands, it's absolutely amazing. It's really crazy to think that people used to recreate these things with their bare hands back many years ago, and now to see what we can do with machinery. In this section we're standing in right now, I got a fantastic opportunity to speak to a guy called Merv. He explained to me that this is where Danies keeps their hardwood timber. Let's go and have a look what he has to say.
Hi, my name is Merv. I work for Danies Timber Company. As far as Australian hardwoods go, we probably have the best selection in Australia. We can mill hardwoods, we can turn it into flooring, we can section it, we can thickness it, which is a machine that will take it down and dress it. We can do any specific sizes. We specialise in flooring. As such, we've got a very big flooring division. We carry all our own timber. We mill it to people's specs. We do bearers and joists. We've got anything you name in the timber. As far as Australian hardwoods go, we can look after you. Nowadays, with the internet, a lot of people are very savvy as to what hardwoods are available. We carry probably the biggest range of Australian hardwoods around. What used to be like 5 or 6 different types, now there are literally hundreds. We carry all the popular ones. We dress it, we make timber out of it, we do anything. Flooring, you name it, we've got it.
Wow, isn't all that hardwood so amazing? Before I came here, I really thought it just went to firewood, or I really didn't know what they did with it. But it's amazing to see how many different species there are and how you could really bring the features out by sanding it back or using different techniques. Now let's go back with Merv to see what else he's in charge of. I've seen a machine that cuts plywood, doors, timber, any sorts of board down to a millimetre.
I run this section with the plywood and we cut up a lot of this stuff, orders we get. We've got a computerised cutting saw here, which we do mainly cutting of plywood, sheets of plywood, doors, trims, whatever, hardwood, softwood. This machine does it all. It's an invaluable asset to have because when you're doing a door, everything's got to be cut straight. This will cut anything to within half a mil. I've been employed here for a few years now. We specialise in timber, softwoods, hardwoods, all sorts of things. Whatever your needs are, come to Danies, we'll look after you.
Walking around this amazing yard, I took special attention to the recycle and reuse area. There they had hardwood and Oregon. Having a look at that timber, it reminds me of all the cafes and restaurants I've been to lately, using it as feature. I have a particular table at home made out of hardwood and it's amazing. If you would like something like this table, or anything else made, send us an email and we'll be happy to help you out. Alright, so I'm almost done here at Danies Timbers in Marrickville. I've got my hardwood, my retaining wall timbers, and anything I really needed for my renovation. Here I've found sand and cement, doors, fascias, skirting boards, timbers, architraves, and almost anything I've needed. It's been a great help. Alright guys, that concludes another episode of This is Australia and Beyond. Please don't hesitate to send us an email or give us a call if you need any help with excavation or to get your hands on any recycled hardwood or timber. We'll be more than happy to help, even make you a table, whatever size you may need. Thank you for joining us on another episode of This is Australia and Beyond. I'm Nicholas Menegakis and I'll see you next week.